thanks for joining me for this tutorial for the song Flood by the band Jars of Clay. They were a Christian alternative rock band and it was a huge hit for the group back in the mid-90s. I just did a full cover version of the song if you want to check it out. I have the 2 acoustic guitar parts in that song, bass track, my brother playing drums, full vocals, and also did the middle orchestral part with 3 electric guitars and a bass track. Check it out please. I'll post the link in the description box if you want to see the full song in action and how I do both acoustic parts. I've broken the tutorial down into 2 parts. The first part will feature the Guild guitar here, standard tuning, capo on the 3rd fret. And part 2 of this tutorial will feature my Ovation acoustic with the weird tuning, and that's also capoed at the 3rd fret, and I will go over that tuning before I start that part of the tutorial. I wanted to include both ways to play this song in this tutorial so you could pick and choose which one you like better. Obviously the standard tuning one is good because you don't have to have another guitar around with a weird tune if you're ever playing out or whatever. But the second way to play this song with the weird tuning is actually easier to play. And I think the band actually did the song with the odd tuning. It just makes a lot more sense. So anyway, without further ado, let's get right to it. This is part 1 of the tutorial, and this is the one I'm going to use the guitar in standard tuning, which is my Guild guitar, 440 tuning, E, A, D, G, B, high E. Okay, so everything is capoed at the 3rd fret, so I'm going to do that right now. Capo that sucker there. Okay. For ease of discussion in this tutorial, I'm going to use 3rd fret capo as 0, on and on and on. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will actually be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I'm just going to use everything in after capo terms. So basically an E major chord, I will say 0, 2, 2, 1, 0, 0, and on and on. So the 3 main parts to the song. The first part is the intro, which is also the chorus of the song. Second part is the verses, and the third part is the refrain, and that comes right before the choruses. I do want to say that to play this song in standard tuning with the capo on 3rd fret, it's going to be a lot easier to use your thumb for the bass notes, for the root notes. Reason for that is you could try it the other way, but it's a lot more difficult for me at least, because one of the strings you need to mute or it sounds kind of horrible. So anyway, I'm just going to show you that way how I do it with my thumb. So first chord of the song is basically kind of an A minor. In the real key of the song it's C minor, but the minor is kind of implied because they don't actually play it, because the minor note is this note here. So I will go over the actual notes here on the fret. So this is actually 8th fret, but I'm going to call that 5th fret as I discussed before. So thumb on 5th fret, and then this is like a standard bar chord, but instead of playing it like this, keep those 2 fingers there on the, that would be the 7th fret or 10th fret. So 7th fret, those 2 fingers there, which you would normally play on a bar chord, and just put your thumb over here on the 5th fret. So 5, 7, 7. This next string, the G string, you're going to mute that with your pinky finger as it's hanging over the G string, so you're getting kind of that position slides up and down on the neck, so you kind of want to practice it muting that G string. In this particular position it's actually sounding like a harmonic, but you want to try to mute it the best you can. And that's really the reason why I don't play it like this, because it's a lot harder. I'm actually doing it now, but you can hear a little bit of the G string playing through there. Really want that, so it's easier to mute it playing it this way. And also I'm just noticing now that I'm muting that with my index finger on the 5th fret B string. So that would be 5, low E, 7, 7. Next 2 strings, mute the G. So you can mute that with the bottom of your pinky and the top of your index finger. So you kind of gang up on it there. And then you want to let the high E, just ring that through. So that string is open through all the chords. So you're like, so when you pick all the notes or sweep pick them slowly, you want to hear something like this. you want to practice that. And then everything moves down to first fret with your thumb. Okay, so that's 1, 3, 3, mute, 1, and 0. Same exact form as the other one. Up to the G form, 2 frets, which would be 3, 5, 5, mute, 3, and 0. The strumming pattern's kind of complicated. It goes down, 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 up, mute, and then when you hit the F, you're actually playing an upstroke. You're going up, down, down. Up, down, down, muted, down, up. I'll do it again as slow as I can. 1, 2, 3, down, up, down. Down, up, 1, 2, 3, down, up, down. And then it switches to a C7, or excuse me, a C major 7 form. 3, 5, 5, 0, 0 on the B and E strings, B and high E. So that's your 4th chord there. So it's down, 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 up, mute, up, down, 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 up. Those 2 last ones muted. Then down, 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 up, down. C7, up, down, 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 up. So just watch my strumming hand here. Down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. So the first 4 chords end with a C major 7. Then they play the loop again. That last chord of the second set of 4 chords is an E7 sus4, which is 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 0. And when you're strumming it, you go up, down, up, down. So it's actually 7 strokes, and it starts and ends on an upstroke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll try to do that again here so you can hear it. Okay, so that's pretty much that part. The intro of the song, and it's also the chorus, what I believe to be the chorus. So right after they sing, lift me up when I'm falling, lift me up, I'm weak and I'm dying. And then that time at that part in the chorus, instead of the C major 7, playing everything up 2 frets, so that it'd be 5th fret A string, 7, 7, open, B, open E. So you're, instead of the 3, 5, 5, 0, 0, it's 5, 7, 7, 0, 0. Lift me up when I'm falling. Lift me up, I'm weak and I'm dying. Then the D. Lift me up, I need you to hold me. Lift me up, keep me from drowning again. And then they just keep playing that chord with that same strum pattern. Okay, so that leads into the verses, which is basically your 5th fret. You're taking the top of the chord that we just played for the intro and the chorus. So 5, 7, 7. Instead of using the thumb now, we're switching to the regular bar chord. So use your first finger on the 5th fret. And you're muting this, doing a real heavy muting on it. So it's, which is you're using your palm of your hand, heavy mute. So it's, you're playing 5, 7, 7, and then 3, 5, 5, and then on the 3rd chord you're playing 0, 2, 0. So it's kind of like an E7. The picking pattern on that is going to be heavily muted. It's going to be very similar to the intro and chorus chords. So it's going to be down, 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 up, down. Change on the upstroke, up, down, 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 up. E7, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Okay, so that is both verses, basically playing it the same way. And then that goes into the pre-chorus. But if I can swim after 40 days. So you're doing the same beginning chord in the intro and chorus. 5, 7, 7, mute, 5, 0. Same strum pattern. And this time instead of going 5 to 1, you're going 5 to 3. You're going 5, 7, 7, 2, 3, 5, 5, mute, 3, 0, which is like a G form. And then on this one you just do an E minor, and I just basically take my thumb completely off the fretboard, kind of open my hand up, just slide those two fingers down to 2nd fret, so 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. But if I can swim after 40 days and my mind is crushed by the crashing waves, lift me up so high that I cannot fall, lift me up. And then back to the what I call the chorus, same as the intro. Major 7, lift me up, weekend I'm dying. Then your D, 6th, whatever that is. Lift me up, I need you to hold me. Lift me up, keep me from drowning again. Okay, and then at the end of the second chorus, they go into the little orchestral medieval string quartet sounds, which I did on my cover video. If any of you guys saw that, hopefully you did, because that was one of my favorite parts to do. I am not covering that in this video. If anyone is interested in that, please let me know, and I will probably try to make a separate tutorial on that. So anyway, so that is pretty much the entire song. Okay, this is part 2 of the tutorial. For this part, I have my Ovation acoustic, and I'm going to tune the guitar to a very weird tuning. Everything 440 standard tuning. I will actually tune it down, and you guys can watch what I'm doing so you can match it. And the reason this part is important is because I think this is the way the band originally played the song. It's actually a lot easier to play this way, so that's why I'm featuring it in this tutorial, so you guys can pick and choose which one you like. Anyway, so standard 440 tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, so then the top 2 and the bottom 2 strings are tuned normal, E, A, and the low B, E. So you're going to want to tune the D string to B. You're tuning that down, and then you're going to want to tune the G string to E. So basically your 2 middle strings are getting tuned down a step and a half, a full step and a half, so that's basically 3 half steps. So play your B, take your D string, and just go down. That's your normal tune. So you're going down a step and a half. Get that as close sounding as you can. You're welcome to use your tuner. Okay, and then do the same with your G string. Tune that down a step and a half. You can see me tuning down here. Okay, So you can hear the octave difference there. Those sound really close. So that should sound like... Sounds pretty cool. Okay, so E, A, B, E, B, and E. So you have 3 E's, all octaves I believe. And then you have 2 B's, which is, and then you have a lone A string all by himself. So technically if you bar that on the 2nd fret, you could do a, which is basically 2 notes, but you have 3 octaves of 2 notes. So anyway, that one's tuned to A. I'm not completely sure why, but probably for bar chords and such. Okay, so we're gonna capo that everything at the 3rd fret after we tune down. So you see why this is a pain in the butt, because yeah, you gotta tune it weird and you gotta capo it. So, okay, so I'm gonna do everything the way I did it in the part 1, which is basically refer to everything on the 3rd fret as 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the 4th fret, 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret. Okay, great. So the main chord form you're using to play this in the weird tuned way is going to be the shape like this. So basically, using the 5th fret for an example, you would use your index finger on 5, mute the next string, 5 with your 2nd finger on the D string, open G, 5th fret, B string, open, high E. So it's going to sound like... So that's the main form you're using throughout the whole song. Once you have that down, you can pretty much play this whole song. It varies a little bit here and there when you're doing your C major 7 and then your D 6th or whatever. You're just changing the strings, but you're still having those intervals, the skip intervals. And that's the same strum pattern that we went over in part 1. So the easy thing about doing this way is everything just slides in like a bar form. So for the intro, you would do everything 5th fret, like I just showed you there, fingering it that way with string skips. The only string you're muting is the A string, but you're playing the G string open and the high E open all the time. So you're playing your 5th fret, slide everything down to 1st fret, that same A string muted, then everything up 2 frets, 3rd fret. So here we go. So 5th fret, 1st fret, 3rd fret. Okay, and then for the C major 7, you're doing your C note, muting the next string, and then playing 3rd fret on the G string. 3rd, mute, 3rd, and then open B, open E. And then your E7 sus4 is going to be played like 0, 2, 3, and then 0, 0, 0. And then you're doing your 7 strokes just like part 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll play that again here. Okay. So in the verse, you're playing 5th fret E string, muting the A string, 5th fret D string. You can use whatever fingers you want on that. You can use the same form that you used on the intro chords. So you're going to mute it just the same as we did in part 1. Same pattern. So 5, mute 5 is going down, is sliding down to 3, mute 3. And then when you get to the E chord, you're keeping your 3rd fret on the D string and you're moving your 3rd fret to open. So it's basically 3 mute 3 or 3x3 to 0 2 3. You can see how I move my fingers there. I just took my index finger and moved it to the 2nd fret. That note there is giving you the 7th of the E chord. Okay, so that's it for the verse. And then the refrain or the pre-chorus, we're going to do 5th fret, mute, 5, open G, 5, and open high E. Just like the first chord in the intro and chorus. Slide everything down to 3, mute, 3, 0, 3, 0. And the 3rd chord of the refrain, you're just playing your E 7th chord. 0, 2, 3, 0, 0, 0. So that's. If I can't swim up to 40 days and my mind is crushed by the crashing waves, lift me up so high that I cannot fall in the lift me up. Then back to your intro, chorus. When I'm falling, C major 7, lift me up. Then the C major form, 3 mute, 3, 0, 0. Everything slides up 2 frets, 2, 5, mute, 5, 0, 0. That's the 2nd chord of that set of 4 chords. I'll do it again here so you can see how I'm doing it. Lift me up when I'm falling. C major 7, lift me up. I'm weak and I'm dying. 5th fret. Lift me up. I need you to hold me. Lift me up. Keep me from drowning again. Okay, that's pretty much it. Hey guys, thanks for watching this tutorial. Hopefully you found one of the 2 ways to play the song that works well for you. If you get stuck on any parts, please leave me a comment below. I will try my best to help you out, get you unstuck. If you enjoy this kind of content, please subscribe. And if you have any other songs that you'd like to see me do a tutorial for, please let me know down below, and I will do my best to accommodate you. I really appreciate all your support, guys. Thank you so much, and happy playing.